This here is my Saab 93 sports wagon, and I have a subwoofer in the back and also somewhat upgraded these mid-range speakers here. But I still wanted to have a little bit more of a punch from the bass in the front section of the car. We have a lot of like bass here in the back, but I still felt I wanted to have more like the punch in the front of the cabin. So here we see the subwoofer I have in the back, a fairly standard one, and yeah, it's more than loud enough for me with the amp and such built into it. So if you are going to install a subwoofer in your car, I guess you would want to install one in the boot first. But since I wanted some more bass in the front of my car, I was thinking of an underseat subwoofer, and I got a fairly standard one from Biltema, which you can get in Scandinavia and some other countries. But I think this subwoofer here is fairly standard and just a rebranded standard product, so I will see if I can link one that looks almost the same in the description, and you can also probably find almost the same model locally. But as we can see, it doesn't fit perfectly down there, but it's still somewhat hidden. And if I were to have passengers sitting here for a long time, foot space is a little bit of an issue, but it's still removable. And this amp here, no, I mean the subwoofer there, is Aktiv with a built-in high-low adapter and also auto power on-off, which means we need to run a cable over to the amplifier here under the driver's seat, because there's an amp there that sends signals to the door speakers, the mid-range speakers, and then you can just directly hook into those mid-range speakers for your sound signal to your subwoofer. So you just run wires, splice them into the same wires that go into the speakers. Otherwise you would need to have external high-low adapter. You can look into it, because I can't really explain everything in this video here. So you need to splice into that channel, but if you have like an aftermarket stereo, you will have like sound outputs and such, and also remote signal that tells the subwoofer to turn itself on and off. But this Aktiv subwoofer does this just by getting the sound signals directly from the speaker wires. And then it's basically, after you have gotten the high-low signal wires into it, you need to hook up a positive and negative wire. And the positive you want to run from the battery, of course. I would recommend just get like a subwoofer wiring kit, then you get everything you need. Here we have the positive cable going directly to the positive terminal on the battery, a big fuse, and you want to fuse as close to the battery as possible. You don't want it in front of the subwoofer, because if anything goes wrong in this cable here and shorts out, this fuse will go off here and we won't have damage inside of the car. If you have the fuse directly in front of the subwoofer, this cable can melt all the way to the subwoofer before it reaches the subwoofer. And then you just need to ground out the subwoofer, because we have a positive lead and it also needs to travel and ground out in the chassis, like the minus side. So I just put it into the center console. We just need to find a place with bare metal that like goes into the chassis of the car. So since I already had a subwoofer in the back, I already had like the lines running through the firewall, and this is like the hardest thing, getting the positive cable through the firewall. I have an earlier installation video on how I installed the subwoofer in the back there, so I would run it somewhere in here. I will link that video down below and you can get my point there. But getting it straight through there and then I have it running back here, and then I just used a splicing connection, as you see there. So both of my subwoofers are running on the same cable. It's not ideal, but I don't really think it's an issue either, or it doesn't seem to be an issue. And then we just want to hide everything, and we do this by we lift up the seat, pull out the trim panels and such. It's fairly easy. Just be careful, not trying to break anything, but since cars are like made on a factory line, they seem to be able to change parts fairly easily as well as installing them. So when it comes to sound, I would say I prefer the sound now much better. It gives me an overall much more punch to the bass in the front seats as well. So I will let it be in there, but it's not ideal. And also because the underroom seat on these Saabs are not the greatest, so it can be a little bit of an issue, like putting the seat forward and backwards, because you have all of these things in the under here. So I will just try to leave this seat where it is. Otherwise, an Aktiv subwoofer maybe is not the best performing ones, and also maybe can be a little bit more expensive compared to other ones, but I prefer them because they are just so easy to wire up. Positive, negative, and then you can use the built-in high-low adapter to get the sound signal. And then since it also got like a built-in power on sensing thing from the sound signals, it also turns off automatically, and you don't have to run a remote wire either from the stereo or any other 12-volt source on your car for the subwoofer to understand it needs to turn off to not drain the battery. So yeah, I think that was it. If you have any questions, you can put them down below, and I will maybe try to answer. This was not like a complete on how to do it, but you can look up a lot of other videos, and maybe you can get a little bit more information on how to do this much in this video here.